You guys already know that North Naperville Autos is the #1 dealer of used cars in the Chicagoland area, but they are now offering shipping on all of their online purchases. That's right, if you buy a car at North Naperville Autos online, it'll be shipped directly to your front door. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2002 Ford Focus ZX5. Up front is a 2.0 liter inline 4, and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here Ford Focus for a couple of reasons. First of all, it has a Z in the name. My name starts with Z, and that's cool. The second reason is the fact that this is a hatchback. I love a hatchback, and I love manual hatchbacks. And the third reason is the fact that this has the Zetec motor, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Before we get on with the rest of the video, if you guys would like to check out my merchandise, I also write a behind the scenes blog or submit your own vehicle for review. That can all be done at zackpradel.com. That is my new website. I keep you guys up to date, some behind the scenes stuff. Like I said, you can buy stickers and whatnot, and you can also submit your own vehicle in a fast and easy way, or you can email me at pradelreviews@gmail.com. All of that will be found in the description below. But let's get back to that 2.0 liter Zetec motor making 127 horsepower and 135 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I have reviewed a 2002 Ford Focus before. There were two different 2 liters offered. That sedan that I drove was a base model and came with the CVH 2 liter that made 110 horsepower. This makes 127 and is helped out through dual overhead cams, where the other one was a single overhead cam. And this is the preferred motor. The Zetec motors are sort of Ford's K-series, if you will. Now, they don't rev as high, or they're not as durable, and parts aren't as easy to find as the K-series, but in terms of the Ford world, this is the little 4-banger that could. Now, the SVT Ford Focus got a different Zetec. That was the Zetec R. This is the Zetec E. And I have to say, I really, really like it, and it's one of the big driving factors as to why I like this car so much. Like I said, paired to it is a manual transmission. Now, you could find these also in automatic. I didn't really care for the automatic all that much. I love the manual. Shifting feel isn't the best. The actual shifter itself is kind of stiff, but that's to be expected out of American vehicles. The Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais I drove had a same feeling shifter. Stiff, numb, the American way. The clutch has good feeling to it. However, this car is on the original clutch for 97,000 miles, so it's not the grippiest thing in the world anymore. But I love the fact that it is manual. I like rolling my own gears in this car, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Last but not least, of course, the Ford Focus ZX5 is front-wheel drive. So let's talk about the interior. We have a bunch of 90s Ford goodness in here. Well, in front of me, I have a bunch of gauges. On the far left is my temperature. Then I have my tachometer, speedometer, and of course, fuel to the far right. I love these bubbly gauges, these circular gauges, very, very late 90s. The steering wheel, also very late 90s. On the left and right are my cruise control options, and that's it. Pretty basic, but again, bubbly, puffy, to be expected. Off to the left, I get my first oval vent, along with my headlight switches, and on the door, I get my power window switches, lock and unlock. This does have power locks, which is very nice, part of the ZX5's upgrades, where the base model actually came with manual windows and manual locks. Moving into the center, we do have more 90s beautiful Ford oval vents, so typical of the era. I love it. And then we do have our hazard switch, radio, ashtray, and cigarette lighter. You pull out the ashtray. Kind of fun there. And then our climate controls. Very, very basic. I have max AC and recirculating. I like the recirculating actually has a little hatchback on it. Fan speed, where to send it, and things like that. Then we do get a center console with cup holders. So we'll do a big freaking bottle test, but I'm sort of torn here. Yes, the big freaking bottle fits, but it's pressing up against my right leg while it's on the gas. This is a very dumb location for the cup holder, especially in a manual car, a little bit more footwork going into it. So let me just go on record by saying I hate the location, but the big friggin' bottle test isn't a test of location, it's a test of size, and technically the big friggin' bottle does fit, so it passes the big friggin' bottle test. Then the shifter itself, like I said, very numb, very plasticky, very cheap feeling, but to be expected out of an American car. And of course it is missing the shift pattern up at the top. Unfortunately, time has not been too nice to it. Then I do get a physical parking brake and a center console. I can open it. It has the tiniest little storage area I've ever seen. And then we got to talk about the seats. The seats are manual and they are cloth, nothing flashy, but they had Mercuries for that. They had Lincolns for that. So I like how bare bones and basic this car really is, and I'll tie that in with my final thoughts at the end of the video. But this is a four-door hatch, so let's go do a backseat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2002 Ford Focus ZX5, and honestly, room isn't that bad. Sitting straight up, I feel my hair starting to hit the ceiling, but not that bad. Seats are okay, they are cloth, they're very, very basic. Knee room, again, okay. My knees are just starting to hit the seat in front of me, but not terrible for a little compact like this, and I really, really like that. Nothing really else to write home about besides the fact that I do have power windows back here, which is very, very nice, but to be expected. Let's go take a quick look at the hatch and then we'll talk about the looks. So here is the trunk of the Focus hatch. Nothing too crazy. I do like the fact that you can access it from the back row of seats. Because it is a hatchback, I do like that nice little feature. But again, this is a compact car at the end of the day from the early 2000s, really late 90s. So nothing really too crazy. Now we gotta talk about the looks. And objectively, it's not a very handsome vehicle. However, I grew up around these and I've always had an affinity for these. I like the fact that there's a Z in the name, and so I've always kind of come to know and love these, especially when they're done up like rally cars. I really think that those are cool. And so to me, I like it a lot. But now let's get to my final thoughts here on the Focus ZX5. Well, I absolutely love the driving experience. This is slow car fun. No, this isn't going to beat most things off the line, but it's very engaging. The Zetec engine is fun to rev, and it starts to baffle my mind as to why these didn't catch on sooner, or why they really haven't caught on. If I was looking for a budget track car, something I can drive to an event, beat the snot out of and drive home, and I don't want to do a Honda, I don't want to do a Corolla S, the Ford Focus ZX5 is waiting for you. It's fun to beat up. Look at this. Whee! This would be really fun to learn the rules of racing, road course stuff, autocross, whatever it might be. This is a fun, easy car to get into. If you're a car enthusiast and you don't have a whole lot of money, these are fantastic to get into. They're cheap, they're affordable, they're relatively easy to work on and reliable. I have such a love for these little things. I don't quite know why. I don't know. I could see myself picking one of these up one day and building a little dedicated track car, taking all the seats but one out, probably replacing that seat with a bucket seat, harness, removable steering wheel, and go on my way. Have some fun. This isn't going to break the bank, but at the same time, it won't break egos either. And that I can get behind. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to North Naperville Autos for letting me take out their Ford Focus ZX5. They offer shipping to your door, financing, as well as they are Carfax certified. So if you're not even in the Naperville area and you see something you'd like, they will ship it to your door and they offer financing, which is just so awesome. I love that about them. All their information is up on the screen or found in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.